Okay, sciatica. Now, sciatica is caused by a tethering of the nerve that goes from L4, L5, which is just here above your pelvis. It goes down around the back of your bum, and then it comes through these muscles, down the back and down your leg. So you need to mobilize the spine where the pelvis, the nerve comes out of, without aggravating any inflammation. And you need to stretch these bum muscles without aggravating the inflammation, without aggravating it up higher. So load it up when you're bent and you've got more load on one or other side of your vertebra and you lift something, you're loading the discs around that nerve, which can aggravate it. So all the time you want to focus on having the spine straight out to the pelvis when you lift things, or when you're bending, you've got to keep those vertebrae level so that you, or flat to flat, so you bend at the hip joint, you bend here. So to pick things up, that's why they talk about bending the knees and bending at the hip, and not bending at the spine to lift things up. So a little 10-minute stretch for your sciatica. So rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. We'll do one sitting. Rolling the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Hold on to the back of the legs. Pull the tummy forwards and just stretch through that back. Allow a little bit of bend in that lower back and gap out behind. Just work within the parameters of discomfort, arching the back a little bit, making sure that you're not going into any inflammation. So this is for people who have sciatica in any angle. If your angle of sciatica is here, go easy on pushing out. If your angle of pain is here, go easy on pulling the tummy forward. Rest back to straight. We can put our hands on the floor, we can roll and tip so we stretch one way, one side. And we can roll and tip so we stretch one way on the other side. And staying straight. So avoiding rotation for the moment. Okay, sliding, keeping these legs on, let's have the knees bent. We're going to pull our body forward so the hip bone touches onto the thigh. But trying to keep that neutral spine. So I'm going to hold my ankles, and then I'm going to push my leg down to the floor so I feel the stretch down the back of that leg. And release. Push that other leg down to the floor so I feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Push the right leg down to the floor. Pull the toes up towards my nose. Push those toes away. Keeping my body neutral. Keeping my head extended and the spine here in line with that pelvis. Release that leg. Push the left leg down. Pull the toes up. Push the toes away. Pull the toes up. Release that leg. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Breathing in. On the out breath, take hold of this left leg. Sliding that left foot up towards my right bottom, keeping this knee flopping. Take hold of this left knee, and pull that left knee up towards this right shoulder. Feel the stretch in my bum, breathing in. Hold that leg here. Now push on that, so I'm pushing the knee against my hand. Pushing the knee against my hand, breathing in, breathing out, release, and pull that leg up. Holding this leg, breathing in. On the out breath, push that leg into my arm. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, and then release and pull that leg up towards this shoulder. Left knee towards the right shoulder. One more time, holding it, push the knee into the hands, breathing in, on the out breath, release, and pull that leg up. Release that leg out, release that leg down, let that leg flop so that the foot rests on the top of this other thigh, and this leg is flopped. Now holding this foot, I'm going to push my left knee down to the floor. So I'm pushing my left knee down. So if I turn to face you, holding myself here, pushing that left knee down, staying straight, tummy, bottom, breastbone, chin all aligned, pushing that left knee down, breathing in, breathing out. Hold it. Now push the knee up into my hand, breathing in, breathing out, pushing that knee up into my hand, breathing in, breathing out, staying sitting on my seat bones, staying with my body lifted, release and lower that leg down to the ground further. Make sure your ankle doesn't collapse, so you're pushing that knee down. Now push the knee into the hand, breathing in, breathing out, and then release and stretch that leg down further. So this is stretching the piriformis. So these contractions should be about a 20% contraction. So push up at about 20% of what's possible. Breathing in, breathing out, release, and let that leg come a bit lower. And release that leg. Now turning that leg, see if you can turn that leg sideways. So I'm going to put my hand on the floor and I'm going to turn this leg like that. Now trying to lower the bum on the floor. If I lean myself backwards, I should feel the stretch in the front of this leg. You might have to go take your hands behind you so that you lean back and you feel the stretch through that quad. You may have to lean up, you may lean on your elbow, but make sure that your pelvis and spine are aligned. You're not arching that lower back. Stretch through the front of this leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk yourself back up. Now if that hurts on your knee, then we'll do that one in a different way. So now we're going to do the right leg. So right leg, pop the foot next to the bum, knee flops, draw the foot in, leaving the knee down. Holding onto the back of the knee, pull that knee up towards this left shoulder, pulling it up, pushing the seat bone into the floor and staying straight with my spine. Pushing the seat bone into the floor, breathing in, breathing out. Now push the knee into the hand. So I take the muscle into stretch and then I contract it by pushing, breathing in, breathing out, release and pull that knee in further. Push the knee into my hand, releasing, resisting the movement, breathing in, breathing out, release and pull that leg further. Lengthening the body up tall. So maybe do 3, you could do 3 or 4 of these, pushing the knee into the hand and you hold it for about 10 to 20 seconds at the contraction, making sure your shoulders are down and back, release and pull that leg in. Now taking this leg so that the foot rests above the knee here, pushing on this, so making sure I'm sitting evenly on both seat bones, tummy, butt and breastbone, throat, nose all in a line, push that knee down to the floor, breathing in. On the out breath, 20% contraction back up, don't let the shoulder lift, keep yourself nice and long. Don't let the body slump, keep yourself nice and tall, breathing in, breathing out, release. Stretch further, push the knee into the hand. Breathing in. On the out breath, release and stretch further. One more, pushing the knee into the hand. Breathing in. On the out breath, release and stretch further. Letting that leg go. Sliding that foot around, so I lift myself up, slide that foot around, and then I turn my tummy towards this knee, and I lower my body backwards, stretching through that quad, lowering the body backwards, holding yourself nice and long, breathing in, breathing out. Walk that body back up, sitting yourself nice and tall, swing those legs around. So sitting yourself up nice and tall, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, pop the hands on the floor, lengthen the body and open that chest. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those fingers and we're going to lie down to flat. So go down, however's easiest, all the way down to the floor. Take your arms all the way over your head. Push your fingers away from your toes, right hand from right foot, left hand from left foot. Both hands from both feet, and then bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Slide your fingers under your bottom. Breathe in. And on the out breath, push off the elbows and lift the chest up. So you can come as high as you want onto your head, but the idea is the chest is lifting, not the tummy button. So draw the core in and flatten that lower back a bit. So pulling these ribs down, but pushing the chest up, so that you're protecting the lower back, but stretching those ribs. Breathing in. Fill the lungs up with air and stretch the ribs. Breathing out, squeeze the shoulder blades together behind your back. And then release down to flat. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, keeping them at 4 o'clock. So my upper ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs are on the ground. And then I'm going to draw that right leg in, draw that left leg in. I've got neutral spine. My lower back is slightly lifted. I'm going to lift that right knee, take hold of it, lift the left knee, take hold of it. And I'm going to pull those knees into my chest without letting my back move. So my tummy muscles are working to stabilize that lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. You can release that lower back and let it just flatten onto the floor. And then you can extend that lower back so that you get back into the neutral spine position. Pull those knees apart. Stretch that inner thigh. Lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Neutral spine, upper ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs are on the ground. Small lift in that lower back, a small lift. So if you were on hand on the pubic bone, hand on the bony bit here, that is horizontal to the floor. Stretching these legs. Take the right leg straight, take that left leg straight, push the toes towards the tummy, push the heels away, point the toes, flex those feet, bend those knees and draw those legs back in. Pop those feet back on the floor, extend the legs out straight. Slide your hands under your bum, breathing in. On the out breath, push that chest up to the sky. And really open that upper back up, lifting that chest up high, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Pushing off those elbows and breathing out and release down to flat. Breathing in, chin into the chest, roll your body all the way up. And see how you get on with that.